Hello, this is Robert Cooper, and I want to explain how to properly do a manual backup using cPanel of either Joomla 3, 4, or 5, or Elgg 5 and 6. So let's go to, this is the loanersonwheels.org website that I play with. And these are the files that are normally visible to the administrator of the cPanel. But if you go over up to the top on the right and you click on Settings and you click Show Hidden Files and click Save, it shows these two files right here. Right? That one has always been shown with the dot in front of it. If you do not back these two files up, when you do restore, it won't work. This is the directory control and access to the program, and that's the same thing with Joomla. I always go Show Hidden Files. I do my compression, so I would go like this. I've got one right here. I don't want to do that one or this one, but I would select all of them and deselect the previous backups. Right click, go compress, and we'll just say test LOWS org full backup, and we're going to do that. It takes a couple minutes to back up. Then the next step, while this is working, we'll go over to the phpMyAdmin, the database administrator, and we're going to find, there's a bunch of databases that I've got to clean up, but we're going to find that one right there. It's Lowe's Elgg5. So here we just go export, use the quick display minimalist command options, and that's it as far as backing up the database. And then we're done here. It shows you all the files that were included into the compressed file. And the next thing you do is you would just find that file right here, right click it, and download it, and that would take it most likely to your download folder. Then when you install, and there's another one on Joomla, that's all you have to do, but the Elgg program, there is a data directory. So what you do is you come over here, go to your home, find that data directory, and that's this one right here for the Lowe's, see, where is it? Oh, compressed, for the Loaners on Wheels org site. And we'll just leave it like this, like there, and we'll go compress, and that'll create it. And then the same thing, just go down to where it says wherever it went. Oh, sometimes you have to re-click on it for it to show up. It's here somewhere. I know it is. Yep, there it is, right there, right at the bottom, because there's a zip that's in that order. Just right click and download it. So that way you have a download of the database and the download of the full website, including hidden files. And in the case of Elgg 5 or 6, you have the download of the complete data file or data directory, which is over here like that. And basically it's the same way, but the key is you have to know the database name, you have to know the database user, which is the administrator username, and you have to know the database user's password, and you have to recreate all that wherever you move it to, whether it's create a new directory, another subdirectory, or duplicate. You can use this to duplicate websites too. Very easy. So you have to have at least those. You have to know the database username, database user password, and the database prefix on the tables. You have to know that because you have to set that up when you do at least need to know that and record it. I mean, it's you can get it by when you have the files downloaded to your computer. You can use an extractor program like in Linux, it's xarchive, and you can actually look into the configuration files and get that information you have to. It's not completely hidden where you can't get it. But the database name of the user, and the user's password, you've got to have that as minimum, okay? And the directory names have to be exactly the same, or you have to go in to the configuration files and change the, in Joomla you have to change two. You have to change the temp folder directory under configuration.php, and you have to change the real path, I think it is, relative path, which is this right here. So it'd be home for Yagui 36, and then for the case of the data directory for the Eggs 5, it would be ELGG data 5 LOWS. All that has to be put in the configuration file, and that would be enough to boot ELG 5 or 6. But in the case of Joomla, you have to put in you have to make two parameter changes. Basically, it's a path for the root of the website and the temporary folder. There's a lot of documentation about that on Joomla's site, and also there's other videos on that. So I hope you find that very helpful. Feel free to make comments about either. I'm not going to use Joomla anymore. They've got too dang complicated that it's hard to find the plugins and mods and the templates and all that. So I'm using ELGG 5 or 6. 5 will only work on a web hosting that has the MySQL 5. Can't remember what version Maria database that is. And then this ELGG 6 only runs on a minimum of having MySQL 8, which not every host provider has either both of those. They either have one or the other. GoDaddy can get both. Network Solutions, you can only get 8 now. So it just depends on who you're hosting. But I hope you find this helpful. Feel free to leave questions. Thank you.